Welcome, we are covering episode 4 of Rings of Power today. I will also be analysing the episode live as we go along, so strap yourselves in, settle yourselves down. I sound like a radio host.
One as boundless as a sunrise.
I swear, man, these humans, don't they? They love the little balconies with no barrier. That's beautiful and everything, great view, I love it. Hey, man, the real estate is sky high. But dude, one wrong move, you're standing there with a lover, you're just gazing out, having a nice time, and then suddenly a swift wind comes along, something happens, bang, you're gone.
Guide thy steps.
Uh-oh. I mean, maybe put the baby down, mate? Oh, shit. Oh, instant destruction. She's very calm. She's taking it very well, I'll be honest with you. She's got a baby in her hands. The mother's not like, hey, can I have my baby? Look what? Oh, it's a dream. Well, that's fine then.
Statecraft is the art of attending to small matters as diligently as grand ones.
And that's why his beard is spectacular. You know he spends like at least an hour on his hair care routine. The racism, eh?
Men of Numenor?
Hello, yes, get him, mate, get him. Dazzle him with your words, not your beard, not the time.
The heritage of mighty hands.
He's kind of got evil eyebrows though, hasn't he? You know what I mean?
Triumph of our civilization.
Not sure I trust this guy yet, you know. It just feels like there's something a little bit under the surface with this fella. His hair's too good, you know, I'll stop talking about it.
Trust in me.
I wanna, I do.
She will remain, as always, a kingdom of men.
I'll tell you what though, hey, he
Drinks all round.
Mate, you had them. Why spend your money like that? I'd say they were quick with the fucking drink there, mate. What? Does he just command alcohol? What? The god of alcohol. And hair. I did say I stopped mentioning it, sorry. No, he turned that crowd so well. I mean, he's good.
From vineyards near the Meneltarma. Supposed to make you forget your troubles, or so they say.
Did you roofie it? He roofied it, didn't he?
You vex me, elf. And you gallop off to our countryside to steal ancient scrolls.
I don't think you know what stealing means, mate. It's literally in front of you. She brought it to you. That's not...
Sauron was once your people's enemy, as much as mine. I call on you to finish the task left undone, to reforge the alliance between Numenor and elves.
There we go. We got the negotiator, Galadriel. Nice. She's being firm and she's showing strength and everything, but she's not being obstinate. She's not being bullish. She's just being like, look, help. Here is the threat. Let's have an alliance. Let's just get it sorted, right? We're seeing subtle changes, right, in her character. I mean, even just this scene in comparison to the scene in episode 1 when they were going north and the snow and the ice troll and all that stuff. When she was at odds with her men and leaving behind or being quite cold, quite callous, all this stuff, do you know what I mean? She wasn't working as a team. Now she's like, okay, she's getting out of her own way a little bit here. And she's like, right, no, I need friends. We need more people. These people could help us. And I get it's still, you know, it's still to achieve her own goal and her own motivations. But still, it's a little thing. It's a little step forward, I think, which is good.
This audience has ended.
Yeah, now, don't do anything rash. Elendil sees that look and is like, just, hey, calm it down, mate.
Or are you a castaway, grasping for a handhold in a...
There is a tempest in me, to be quelled by you, Regent.
Nice. Yeah. First... Sorry. That's kind of funny. Yeah, first of all, great acting, especially from Morfydd, right? Because, you know, that little bit where the queen walks away and she's like kind of, you know, you see on her face, she's kind of, that anger is building again. Galadriel said it herself, the tempest within her. To get her acknowledging that within herself, she knows about it. I keep talking about this thing. There's been lots of comments about Galadriel being angry and it's like, oh, they don't know the character and all this stuff. The writing of the show shows that the writers are aware of it, you know, other characters are being like, calm down, this is not the way to peace, you are not going to find peace this way, you are not going to achieve your goals this way, because it's dividing people, it's, you know, putting your men at odds with you, you know, you're not going to get things done. And now we're seeing in this episode Galadriel herself acknowledging it herself, which I think is so important. I think, you know, having a character, she knows how she is, and I think we had at the beginning of that scene, she was trying to tamp down on it to get things done. And then obviously when things didn't go her way, she reacted like that. And it came out and it built and built and built. And I think there's an element of entitlement to her character as well, which absolutely makes sense, I feel like, for elves, right? These immortal beings, especially Galadriel, who's as old as she is and has been through everything that she has. We see in the throne room when she gets to Numenor, she rattles off all these titles, right? She is literally entitled. And so I get where she's coming from, right? And she sees humans, this young race, these, you know, short-lived beings that I think she probably in her mind feels above hierarchically. I feel like it just makes sense that her character is like this and reacting like this. Yeah, we do keep getting this as well. Something's calling him. Interesting. This keeps happening.
You're off the sea guard!
Oh dear.
I did everything I was supposed to do to earn it. And what did you do?
So we're seeing Isildur get pushed down, right?
The real problem is him.
Ooh, that's so harsh. Yeah, there's this element of inferiority, I feel like, in Isildur's breast now, in his being now. And yeah, it's interesting that they're putting his character, they're maneuvering his character kind of down these pegs, right? It prepares him to go somewhere where he feels like he has to prove himself. And also, I think as the audience, I think audiences love an underdog, and I think automatically that does kind of make you feel as the audience, it gets you behind him. That's what I felt, at least, you know, speaking for myself, which I think puts you in an interesting place, because then it's like, you know, when he goes up against stuff, or, you know, I don't know, whatever he's gonna go forward and do, I'm like, I'm fully behind him. I want to see him succeed. Are we gonna, oh shit. I tell you what, that is a hell of a hangover, isn't it? Yeah, who are we going to find out who this Adar was?
Adar.
I really do. I love the orcs aesthetic, the prosthetics. I just think it looks really good. Is it just me? I mean, let me know down in the comments. I actually don't know what the general audience for this, like watching this show, think of the orcs. Hello. Yeah, so he looks like an elf, right? He's got pointed ears. He's kind of like half elf, half orc, maybe. I find it hard to believe this is Sauron. Okay, so he cares about them. I feel like Sauron doesn't give a shit about the orcs. They're just foot soldiers to get the thing done that he needs to get done. I do like this, though. I do love this. That they're caring for their own. They have this leader who clearly cares for them. Man, I mean, I find it intriguing, at the very least. Like, him as a character has a lot of potential, I feel, Adar. Where's he come from? Why does he care about them? Elvish?
I went down that river once.
So perhaps he's an elf that turned. That would be my guess.
You have been told many lies. Some run so deep, even the rocks and roots now believe them.
Interesting.
Would all but require the creation of a new world.
Okay, yeah, so I think he's just a servant of Sauron.
Only the gods can do, and I am no god.
But you see Sauron as that?
At least,
Not yet?
not yet.
Oh, come on. Oh, he's good. I'm talking about me. Yeah, he's so compelling as a character, I feel like. I'm like, what are your motivations? What do you think is so wrong? Why? Do you know what I mean? I feel like if they play that right, that could be so good. Hey, jury's out on that, but I'm intrigued. I'm so intrigued. I keep saying the word intrigued, but I think that's really important at this point.
Who gave you the right to decide?
Hey, damn, this guy put a shirt on. All right, game time, Theo. What you got, mate? Oh, God. Okay, we got the flash. Okay, hello. Oh, God! Why? Stop it.
Young blood.
Do you know what, mate? You need to change your diet. Hello. Here we go.
Where'd you get that?
Oh, fuck. Oh, hello. Hello, buddy. Yeah, I mean, that is kind of cool, I'll be honest with you.
It's a boy. He hates the hilt.
The hilt, right, so they've been looking for that then. Keep it together, mate. Keep it together. Dude. You had one job, mate. Shh. There's a way to do that slowly, mate. Oh, hello. Lyndon, yeah? We are speedrunning this tower, mate. By the way, someone said that I look like Elrond in this. Like, the actor. Hang on. Wait for it. What do you think? Admittedly, lacking the pointy ears, but you can't tell. You have no proof.
He's hiding something.
Yeah, we're gonna get a reveal. The thing in the chest from the other episode. I said mithril at the time, and like my brain was like, it's definitely not mithril, but I honestly couldn't think of what else it could be in the moment. But it's been pointed out to me that it could be the Arkenstone.
Calling a dwarf dishonest in her own home. It's a recipe for strong gravy.
If Durin is mining quartz, why would he leave without taking his chiseling axe? And why would you be preparing his favorite
Nice.
meal if he's gone
Got
to a
him.
chasm that takes
On
2
it.
full days to descend to?
Yeah, Elrond's on it. Come on, buddy. Yes. Sleuth them.
I know exactly where I'm going.
Hello, let's go. Let's find it. Sleuthing, man. Sleuthing. Oh, we're on a caper. I like it. Oh, well, that's mithril. surely?
And you, ore, might be dearer than gold.
So it is Mithril. Was I right? No shit. Hey man, all I'm seeing so far is that whatever I say is going to be right. So hey man, I don't make the rules. Just pointing out what's happening, you know.
Me proud.
Ah, fucking told you.
Mithril.
Oh, I'm good. Bang. Fucking banged it, mate.
Keep it.
Oh, there's the
about friendship.
friendship, yes.
How about this? I'll, and the last one to finish pays for dinner.
I'm not in the habit of going off with strange young men.
Very wise. If I see any, you'll be the first to know.
Hey, I tell you what, he's got a quick tongue. Fair play to him, I'll give him that one.
Really about to advise me in the art of war?
No.
In diplomacy, though,
Queen's Court isn't exactly your usual battlefield.
there you go. Literally the show being like, yeah, she's not used to this. The Galadriel that we know in Lord of the Rings is not who she is right now. She's not been through that particularly. That's just not who she is at this point in time. But we're going to get her there, which is why we're having this conversation. It's why Halbrand's bringing it up. It's all very on purpose to get her to that Galadriel that we know.
You do well to identify what it is that your opponent most fears.
And exploit it.
No. Give them during which you managed to demand a ship, insult her people, defy her orders,
There
none
you
of which
go,
you
and
can
it's been
uphold.
specifically pointed out. All of these ways that she's misstepping politically, all the ways that she's letting her anger and her emotions and her brashness come to the forefront and undermine her, right? Because that's what we're seeing. The whole point is that she is like that, and you know, we're going to see that arc, and we are seeing that arc. The whole reason we're having this conversation and he's confronting her about this is to be like, yeah, so this is what you're doing, you're not getting things done this way, try a different way, try this. This arc is very on purpose.
But that wasn't what provoked her anger.
I demanded to speak with her father.
Yeah,
See what happens when you stop galloping. And you
bang.
give yourself a moment to think.
Cease comparing.
Bang. I'm really sorry, but all the people that are saying, like, you know, she's angry and she shouldn't be this way and blah, 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 blah. I've said in previous episodes, all the way from episode 1, that she is slowly going to come out of this. From episode 1, she had characters coming against her being like, you got to stop this. You could see from episode 1 that that's where they were going with the character, that they knew what they were doing with the character, that they were making her angry for a reason, that they were making her brash and brazen for a reason, belligerent for a reason, because she's Galadriel. We've got this image of her in the Lord of the Rings, which is 1,000 years away. It's so far away as to be honestly unimportant at this point. And so it's interesting how little we tolerate in our female characters, I feel like. And honestly, I would be, you know, being remiss in my job as a commentator to not address that a little bit. I've stayed away from that a little bit because I was like, okay, I'm just gonna, you know, talk about what's in the show. But I think honestly, we've got to a point now where I think a lot of the audience, not everyone by any means, not even the most by any means, but I think a lot of the audience watching this stuff are judging her harshly because she's a woman. I do get that sense a little bit, right? I feel like all of these traits would have just been kind of glossed over if she were a man. But I think that's why people are dismissing this arc of hers so easily. To me, it was obvious from episode 1, and I said that in my videos at the time and all the way through up until this point. But honestly, at this point, if you can't see that the writers in the show are doing this arc, and that's what they're specifically trying to do, it's on purpose, and we're having these conversations where Halbrand is literally saying, try another way, try something else. It's basic media literacy, right? You're going to have an arc from a character starting here. It's a TV show, so we're going to have an arc going all the way through where this character, Galadriel, is going to change. Right, we literally have evidence of that all the way from episode 1, and we're seeing it more overtly now here in this scene as well again. So I do feel like at this point, if people are still behind this whole thing of like Galadriel, this, the writers are doing her so dirty, you know, they're not doing her justice, they're fumbling it, and it's like no. There's evidence in the show that that is not the case, and if you're willing to ignore that, then at this point it's not the show's fault, it's yours. If you can't understand that, if you can't see that nuance, that's not the show's fault. It's just not.
Your father was loyal to the Elvish ways. Why are you not?
Yeah, good question.
And when he announced plans...
Is that the sword? The Palantir. Yes. Shit. Callback. Again. Sorry, briefly. The show is doing this thing again. It has these little moments that just call back to The Lord of the Rings. They're subtle and they're not always obvious. Like, I think I actually missed it. Someone else pointed it out to me. Last episode, when we had the elf who went out and he got shot with the arrows, there was a little bit of Boromir evoked in that image as well. And it's nice that they don't do it just wholesale like, oh, this is the same. Do you know what I mean? Because there would be an element of like, at least from my perspective, of eye roll to that. I'd be like, oh God, okay, I see what you're doing. It is done subtly enough, at least for me, that I like it. Because instantly I'm thinking of Saruman and Gandalf. There's two figures here stood over a Palantir, and it just evokes that image and connects your mind again to those films that are so beloved, which I think is a really clever device. I feel like they've inserted those moments into the show very specifically to try and achieve that. Interesting. Oh, I like that effect though.
It is Numenor's future you saw.
Dangerous. Dangerous to see a future.
The virtue you speak of was your ancestors' loyalty to the elves.
My father believed
Yeah.
that. His path nearly destroyed us.
Yeah, but why?
Avoiding this war may be the very thing that brings about your downfall.
Mm-hmm.
My decision is final.
A decision based in fear.
Yeah, she's right.
I know what it is to be the only one who sees.
Right, and that kind of explains, Paul, you can see where Galadriel's coming from with that line. She's like, I'm the only one who sees this, right? And that's the thing. We as the audience know that she's right. We know that Sauron's a threat. We know that Sauron's coming back. We have that information as the audience. So she's not being dumb. She's not being stupid. She's not unintelligent for believing that and thinking that. We know that she's correct. And imagine that. Put yourself in her place. She's the only one that believes this. She's the only one fighting for this. She's the only one fighting for these alliances. She's so focused and driven. We saw in episode 1 going north and the Ice Troll and searching for Sauron and the orcs. In that first episode, we see that her men are doubting her. Instantly, she is shown by those closest to her in this fight that they don't believe this either. And again, I'll draw you back to the fact that in that moment in episode 1, we know she's right because Sauron we know that he's not gone. Everyone else is saying, well, he's gone. He's not been around for hundreds and hundreds of years or whatever it's been. But we know that she is correct. This is the point. And then she goes back to the elves and, Gil-galad is like, yeah, it's over. The war's over. Peace is to be had. Right? So yeah, Galadriel's alone. Imagine, put yourself in her mindset. That's kind of, at least to my mind, that goes some way to explaining why she's being so aggressive, do you know what I mean? And so frustrated. Imagine being the only person in the world almost that believes that this threat still exists. That'll drive you insane. The frustration that you must get from everyone, being turned away at every single point, being told no, being told you're wrong. That would piss me off. I don't know about you, that would piss me off. And I think it speaks to Galadriel's strength that despite that, she's still sticking by her guns and is still like, no, this fight needs to be fought. I think if anything, that shows you that she has this inner strength that is almost unmatched. Right? That's what it tells me. So while people are saying, there's no reason for her anger, there's no reason for her to be like this. It's like, dude, are you paying attention to the show? Like, of course there is. She's alone in this fight. She has to persuade everyone. She's starting here and everyone else is over here. And she's like, come on, just get on my side. We need to fight this. This is going to destroy us.
Let Numenor fight alongside the elves once more.
Good. And she's coming into this political mindset, this calm mindset of like, come on, I'm appealing to you now, please. I tell you what, his penis is so shriveled at this point, innit? God, they're everywhere. I do also really like that they are pressing forward with this element of horror in regards to the orcs and when they're in the show. Oh no. Great. Yeah.
Losing your arm will loosen your lips.
Oh shit, it did it. Okay. Oh god. The elf? Nice. I thought they cut his arm off.
They are coming.
Nice, and that's good because this kid was so against him as well. So I love that they've introduced him back in by saving him, right? It's going to bond them a little bit, maybe. Jesus, okay, no, they're just fleeing. Awesome. Ooh, cool. Oh, hello. Nice, mate. Yes. Fucking boy. Oh, she's going to die. The music's sad. Hey man, not going to lie, this guy's got better form than Orlando Bloom did with a bow. Oh, buddy, last stand. Oh, the sunlight, yes. They're not going to be able to come out, right? Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Oh, yeah. Oh, more of this, please. Oh, yeah. Oh, interesting. I love how it transitioned there to Khazad-dûm.
What was that?
It was a plea to the orcs.
That's so interesting that everyone saw the mountain moving. It shows that the dwarves have some power over the mountains.
My father single-handedly sailed to Valinor. Would he be proud of what I'd accomplished with his legacy? Or disappointed by the countless ways I'd failed to live up to it?
He's doing such a good job, Is it Robert Aramayo? He's doing a great job with Elrond, I think.
How is it that you and my husband met?
Saved him from a hell troll.
Two of them. I know. I was asking Elrond.
I have no choice but to amend your husband's account. There were three trolls.
Yes! I saw it coming.
Forgive me, Father.
For I have sinned.
I have a message from the one who commands our enemy.
I forgot about that, I'll be honest with you. Tell me, mate. What is it?
That your people may live if you forsake all claim to these lands. And swear fealty to him.
Interesting. I tell you, some of those guys are going to take that as well,
He took that hilt.
Hello.
Do you know what it is?
Oh.
A beautiful servant.
Uh-oh.
If you heard of Sauron.
Ooh. Ooh, I love that we're seeing the corruption. I should have seen that coming. He was way too bold. No shirt, serving ale. Perhaps sending her away was what triggered it. Yeah. Mate, she's not even gone. Bring her back. Just, hey, shout over the water. Yeah.
And so, I've decided to personally escort the elf back to Middle-earth.
Oh, okay.
To aid our mortal brethren.
Nice.
I will serve.
There we go. All right. All right. No hobbits this week. No Gandaddy. Okay, fair enough. But again, I like that. I think I said in episode 2 that I was worried that they were going to, flit around too much, which is dangerous, I think. Sometimes when shows do that, you don't get enough of maybe what you want to see, or, there's a storyline you don't like. Honestly, at the moment, all the storylines that I do feel quite good about. There's not one storyline that I'm like, come on, move it along. Do you know what I mean? At least not yet. But I like that they've taken this tack of lingering and sticking around. I think we've seen a lot of emphasis on Numenor, which I really like. Honestly, a standout from the show at the moment are the orcs. I did pose the question of like, what do you guys think? Because I haven't seen a great deal of discourse about the orcs. Maybe that's a good thing, because I think a lot of the discourse about this show has been quite vitriolic, right? A lot of people have been like very vocally against it, but I've not really heard anything about the orcs, which at this point I'm kind of assuming means that people don't really have a problem with them. Maybe. I mean, what do you guys think? I think that the depiction of the orcs is really strong. I think the prosthetics are really cool. I think Adar, we didn't get a lot of him. I think we saw that scene at the beginning between him and Arondir, and I think the inclusion of his character is so intriguing, right? You see that physically he is corrupted, right? He has not got the same light and beauty necessarily that his brethren have. I think at the moment, my best guess, I might be wrong, but I think he's just an elf that turned to Sauron, right? And that conversation between him and Arondir was so intriguing, because I was like, right, you think everything's wrong, so we've got to replace it with something else, and that makes sense. That's what kind of Sauron is trying to do. So I'm interested. I really want to see more of Adar, more of that conversation, more of his motivations, Going forward, I think that's going to be really interesting, at least to me. If you enjoyed this video, try this one. Thank you, as always, to my lovely patrons. Full commentaries of some movies over there if you guys are interested. Links down below. Some books as well. Some fantasy books down below that I have written. Some short stories on Amazon. If that tickles your fancy, go check those out. Thank you once more, and hopefully I'll see you next time.